What's your biggest regret? I'll go first. Wasting time. You can always make more money, but you can't get your time back. Value it more than anything, seriously. To build wealth in any sort of real estate market, the BRRRR method will always be the best. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. Over 70% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. The average person makes roughly $40,000 per year. People think making more money will fix their problems. Fact is, 1 out of 4 people making over $150,000 per year are also living paycheck to paycheck. It doesn't matter how much money you make, it matters how much money you save. If you can't manage $1,000, you won't be able to manage $100,000. Best investments depending how much money you have. Part 2. $1,000, Bitcoin and Ethereum 50-50. $10,000, all of it into the S&P 500. $50,000, a side-by-side duplex with basement suites. You can rent out 4 units under one title. Inflation in the US was 5% for the past year. Meaning if you had $1,000 saved in your savings account a year ago, you now only have $950 worth of purchasing power. However, if you had $1,000 invested in the S&P 500 a year ago, you now would have $1,370. To fight inflation, you must invest. If you put $100 into the S&P 500 in the year 1900, today it would be worth $8.6 million. But if you put that same $100 into a savings account, it would only be worth $2 today. Start investing. Things they should have taught us in school. Budgeting. Debt management. And finally, investing. If you homeschool your kid, please teach them this. They will be far more likely to succeed. Bitcoin briefly dropped below $30,000, and here's why that's such a good thing. Let's go back to December 2017 where Bitcoin had hit $19,000. And then by January 2019, it had dropped to $3,500. People were saying, I'm glad I didn't invest. It was such a hype. What a joke. And then what happened? April 2021, it had shot up to $63,000. So this price that we're seeing right now is the same as that $3,500 dip. Bitcoin is coming to hundreds of US banks this year. And personally, I believe we're going to go back up to that $63,000 mark and then some by the end of the year. If you just saved up a mere $22,000 by the time you're 25 and invest it all into the S&P 500 and never put another dollar in ever again, by the time you're 65, it would be worth nearly $1.2 million. Or I mean, you could blow it all on a sports car. That's pretty well just as good. You spend $5 a day on a Starbucks drink. What if you instead invest that $5 into the S&P 500? $150 a month for, let's say, 45 years, 20 to 65. That $5 drink is now worth nearly $1.6 million. Start investing. Nope. 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 Yep. If you just saved up a mere $22,000 by the time you're 25 and invest it all into the S&P 500 and never put another dollar in ever again, by the time you're 65, it would be worth nearly $1.2 million. Or I mean, you could blow it all on a sports car. That's pretty well just as good. 4 things you need if you want to buy a rental property. First, proof of employment and 2 years of income history. 2. Your debt to income ratio needs to be on point. If you make $3,000, you shouldn't have more than $1,000 in debt. 3. Have the down payment. For rental properties, you need to put down 20%, but if you house hack, you can put down 5. 4. Knowing how to find the proper rental property that will give you the best return. If you invest a mere 5 hours each and every week towards getting moderate exercise, you can increase your life expectancy by over 7 years.